Welcome all of you. In this video, you will learn about the one of the most important rearrangement reaction, that is the Hofmann rearrangement. Myself, Mr. Bhujbhai GR, Assistant Professor in Chemistry at Raja Sripatrao Bhagwantrao Mahavidyalaya, Aoud. The outline of this video is the firstly we discuss the introduction about the rearrangement reaction. Then we discuss the statement and general reaction of Hofmann rearrangement. Then we study about the mechanism and synthetic applications of Hofmann rearrangement. Let us see the introduction. It is the rearrangement type of the reaction. Rearrangement reaction are the reaction in which the atoms or groups it migrate from one atom to the another atom. Okay, there is the result in the structural reorganization of the original molecule. Consider the example conversion of WAB to ABW. Okay, in this general example, A is the migration origin, the atom from which the group migrate. B is the migration terminus, that is the atom to which group migrate, while W is the migrating groups, that is this is the group which is migrate. In the reactor, this migrating group it is attached to the atom A. In the product, the migrating group it is attached to the atom or group B. This is the rearrangement, and this type of the reaction are known as the rearrangement reaction. There is the only change in the structural form. Okay, let us see the statement of Hofmann rearrangement reaction. It is the conversion of unsubstituted amide. It means it is the primary amide to corresponding primary amine. Okay, this primary amine it containing the one carbon atom less by action of alkaline hypohalide, that is the OX minus. It's called as the Hofmann reaction. Okay, in this case there is the conversion of the primary amide to the primary amine by action of bromine and concentrated aqueous alkali. This reaction is known as the Hofmann reaction. Okay, this reaction it is also called as the Hofmann degradation of the amide because there is the removal of the this carbonyl group. There is the degradation of the amide. That's why this is the known as the Hofmann degradation of the amide. Okay. Then this reaction it is carried out by heating the amide with bromine and concentrated aqueous alkali. Okay, amide on treatment with the bromine in presence of the concentrated NaOH, we get the amide. Okay, these are it may be the any aliphatic, aromatic or heterocyclic group. Okay, since most of the reaction we use the bromine, we can use the chlorine, but most of the reaction we use the bromine. The intermediate N-bromamide it is formed. That's why this reaction is also known as the Hofmann bromamide reaction. In this reaction, there is the formation of the isocyanate intermediate. This isocyanate intermediate it is formed by the rearrangement of the acyl nitrene. That's why this reaction it is also known as the Hofmann rearrangement reaction. Let us see the mechanism of this reaction. This reaction it is completed in the 5 steps. In the first step there is the formation of the hypobromide, that is the OBr minus ion. NaOH on treatment with the bromine there is the formation of the sodium hypobromide, that is the Na plus OBr minus. In the second step there is the formation of the N-bromamide by the bromination of the amide. Amide head-on treatment with the hypobromide, that is the one of the hydrogen of the this amide group, it is replaced by the bromine, we get the N-bromamide. Okay. In the third step, there is the base catalyzed. As we know, this is reaction carried out in the concentrated alkali medium hydroxide. By removal of the hydrogen from the nitrogen, there is the formation of the N-bromamide anion. By loss of the bromine, we get the acyl nitrene. Nitrene, it is the one of the intermediate. In the fourth step, there is the migration of the alkyl group from the carbon to the electron deficient nitrogen. In this case, the alkyl group, it is attached to the carbonyl group. On migration of this alkyl group from the carbon to the nitrogen, there is the formation of the single bond between the R and nitrogen. The lone pair of the electron on the nitrogen, it is used to form the bond between the carbon and nitrogen. There is the formation of the double bond between the nitrogen and carbon, and the carbon oxygen double bond remains as it is. This intermediate, it is also called as the isocyanate. In the last step, there is the hydrolysis, that is the addition of the water to the isocyanate. It forms the carbonic acid. Okay, there is the addition of the water molecule OH on the carbonyl carbon and hydrogen on the nitrogen. There is the formation of this carbonic acid, which on decarboxylation by removal of the CO2, there is the formation of the amine RNH2. This is about the mechanism. Let us see the synthetic applications of Hofmann rearrangement. This reaction, it is used in the formation of the amines. First, that is the synthesis of the amino acids. Succinamide on treatment with the bromine in presence of the KOH, we get the beta alanine. CH2 single bond, carbon double bond, oxygen single bond NH2, CH2 single bond CH2 single bond, carbon oxygen double bond, this carbonyl carbon attached to the OH. It is the succinamide, CH2CONH2 CH2COOH. Head-on Hofmann rearrangement, there is the removal of this carbonyl group and formation of the amine, that is the NH2 CH2 CH2 C double bond O OH. It is the beta alanine. This phthalimide, head-on Hofmann rearrangement, we get the anthranilic acid. This amide COCH2, it is converted into the this amine, that is the NH2, that is the anthranilic acid. It is this reaction, it is used in the synthesis of the beta aminopyridine from nicotinamide. Beta aminopyridine, we cannot produce the aminopyridine, beta aminopyridine from pyridine directly. We use the nicotinamide. On Hofmann rearrangement, we get the beta aminopyridine. Interesting example is the, it is the preparation of amine from acid. Acid on treatment with the ammonium hydroxide, we get the salt, ammonium salt of the carboxylate ion, which on dehydration, we get the amide, which further on Hofmann rearrangement, we get the amine. There is the conversion of the RCOOH to the ReNH2 via Hofmann rearrangement. Last synthetic application is the preparation of the hydrazine. Urea, it gives the valuable reagent hydrazine. NH2 CO NH2, it on Hofmann rearrangement, we get the NH2 NH2, that is the hydrazine. Thank you.